Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Social Intercourse. It's Vicki and I here today. Hi, Vicki.
Hi, Rachel. How are
Who
you?
is this?
I don't know. I felt military this morning.
Like, ready to
I
salute.
don't know. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yeah, maybe
So,
because all my boys are going in the military, but I don't know.
okay. Well, I'm hitting my mic. Talk
I
about
was
boys
hit the
and
mic
stuff.
black.
Boys.
God damn it.
No, great leeway because talking about boys, like what I wanted to talk about today is first of all, love life and how I like men. I like the opposite sex. But I don't. Like I like them, but I wish I didn't.
I hear that from so many straight women. Like, I wish I could be a lesbian because
Yeah. So
exactly.
do you ever think that you could be or even bisexual? I wish I could be bisexual. Like in my mind, in theory, we've talked about this. I've told you this before. Like I'm
Yeah.
bisexual.
Yeah.
But in practice, I am not
Right.
because
Exactly.
I like the male anatomy too much.
T and B. Yeah.
And but I so love the female body, and I think women are so beautiful.
Mm,
And like to the point where I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they're so attractive." But am I attracted to them?
to them.
Some women.
Yeah.
Some women, yes. I'm like, "Wow, I'm so attracted to them." And then no, I'm not.
Right. You have
I
a
know,
girl
do you ever
crush, but
think
it
that?
doesn't go any further.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have
Yeah,
you
I
ever
agree.
had
I
a
mean,
girl crush?
it's kind of it's a strange thing too. I think, you know, what you say you like the male anatomy, but there's enough there's toys, there's strap-ons and things that, you could
It's just
technically,
not the
if
same
you
though.
really
It's not the same.
right, I know.
Not the same.
But I'm just saying, like if you were on that end of the spectrum, you could still have a girlfriend. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. What attracts us to it? What is it that
Or is it that I'm so turned off by men that I want
mm,
to be with
right,
women?
or what is it that attracts you to men even though we don't like them? What is that? I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
my God bless my mom. She was special. We've talked about her before, and she was raised, in an older time, and I was the baby, so my mom was older, and there was a lot of she went through a lot of social changes and things, and she would just curious, and she'd ask me things. She's like, Vicky, how do you know if you're, gay or not? Like, how do you know? I'm like,
Mhm.
well, she's like, how are they attracted to the opposite sex? I'm like, well, mom, that's how you know you're straight because you're not. If
Mhm.
it was kind of like, like it's not,
Right.
you kind of, um, that's how you know that you're not attracted to women, mom, because you never have been. Um, So it's kind of is it a pheromone thing? Is it you
I don't
what is it? I don't
know.
know.
I mean, I was always bi-curious, I guess, since I was
Uh,
little. I had that same question as your mom when I was young. I was like, "How do I know that I don't like girls?"
right.
So, in middle school and high school, you, like, make out with your girlfriends to be like, "Am I attracted to
Right.
girls?"
Right, you
And
gotta try.
with, like, all my friends, I have to say, love kissing women. They have very
The best
soft,
lips.
nice lips. But
Mhm.
did I feel anything? No. So
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, okay. I guess I don't like women in that way."
Mm.
But is it
Mm.
that I didn't kiss the right girl? Because
Mhm.
I could kiss a bunch of boys and not feel anything and be like,
True
"Well, because 'cause I'm not attracted to that
to
person."
that person. So, yeah, rather
So,
than bi or pan, you were attracted to the person, not
the person,
the
yeah.
sex. So
So,
you're
maybe I just
pansexual.
haven't kissed the right girl yet. So
Yeah. Yeah, I've asked myself that too. Like, am I pan? Like, would I fall in love with just the person in that body? And just my own personal explorations in myself and my life, I don't think that I am. I think I'm pretty much 100% straight. Like, I think I can love you, but I wouldn't be in love with you
Mhm.
female. Just me personally. But the funny thing is that the men that I'm attracted to are really attracted to me if they are pan or bi. For some reason, I find that
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
attracted to.
That's really interesting.
I love watching BL dramas. I love, I have my gay best friends too. I'm not attracted to them. Don't get excited. No, I'm just kidding. And, like, we'll share the same content because we like watching the same stuff, and I love seeing that. And I guess
Mhm.
it's not really similar because men are pigs. Like, I'll have guy friends like, "Oh, 2 women is so hot, so," and it just, like, is kind of
You know,
smarmy when they say it, but,
I
like, when
would
I say it, it's
rather
really beautiful.
I would rather watch 2 women porn than 2 male porn.
Really? We're the opposite then. I can't share content with you. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Why is
okay,
that?
so I don't
You
know.
know?
Again, I find women's bodies so beautiful, but I
Beautiful.
find men's bodies beautiful, but I guess a lot of these porn stars, the male bodies usually are a little lacking for me. Um,
They're lacking. I usually think they're unrealistic. I think
oh, no, I
they have too
not
much.
I mean, just everything, like, physically, everything is just I'm just like, but women, I don't know, they're just beautiful. So
Interesting.
and this
I
goes
know that
back
we've
I think
talked
we've
about
talked
sometimes we'll laugh because you'll be like, "Vicky, somehow I fell into lesbian TikTok."
yeah, we've talked about
Like
this
all your
before.
content.
I'm very like, wow.
Let me
They're pulling me in,
They
um,
know, Rachel.
but
Oh,
a lot of it is like, I also wish I could be them. Like,
really?
wow, that girl's got charisma, or
Uh-huh.
that girl's it, or not even a girl, like that person, they are just
Mm.
exude something that I wish I had. So,
Have
I
you
don't
ever
know.
changed your profile on, Bumble or Tinder or something that you'd be interested in dating women or, like, try that just to see if you could meet that person
No,
rather than
no,
interesting. Maybe you
because
should.
I wouldn't actually go on a date with somebody and
Why?
have them think that I'm actually interested yet,
But
without
you
me
might be.
knowing for sure. But I don't want to I'd have to preface it and say tell them, "Hey, I'm not actually I don't know yet if I'm into women."
I'm not actually
Because
attracted to you unless you're the one.
yeah, I don't know. So but then you may never be the
Hmm.
one because I might just be completely straight. So I don't
Well, then
know.
we need to go down to 4th and go to some of the bars down there and just drag you around and see what happens.
Yeah. Like I
Although
said,
most of the
I've
people in the
been
gay bars are straight, so because they have the best drinks and music, so it's not the best place to actually pick up gay people.
mhm.
Uh,
Now, I don't know. I like I said, I find women beautiful, but and I have kissed a lot of women in my life just because I'm like, could you be the one? No. Um, but
well,
yeah, I think unfortunately, I think I am just straight. How
yeah,
boring is that?
I know.
Like, I wish I had more
Oh,
variety in my life. I wish I had more
yeah.
choices
I was gonna
because
say it would help us out
so
because it would expand the dating
limited.
pool. Mm,
Yeah, so limited being
mm.
straight.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
annoying.
I wouldn't be just a lesbian. I wanna be bisexual. I want both to be
Everything,
able
right,
to
exactly.
I
If we're
want it
gonna expand the
all.
pool, we gotta
Yeah. So, it's unfair.
yeah,
Like, why can't I be physically what I think I am mentally?
right. I mean, I guess it's yeah, I don't know. Because, you're born that way, right? That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. That's what a lot of people
Yeah.
don't understand. They think you can pray away the gay, or you
No.
can, make your child take a
Right.
pill and it will change them. And it's like, no, you're just
Nope.
wired that way. And, Not that you
I was
can't
wired boring.
evolve as a person
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, and like, if you're pan, you love that person. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's kind of the opposite. We're stuck being boring ass straight people with terrible taste in men.
Well, I don't have terrible taste in men.
No, I do.
I have good taste in
You have
men.
much better taste.
My problem is I value myself very is that's not a problem. I value myself very highly.
Uh,
So, I have standards, and I
right.
say you have to be a high value person yourself and know that you're a
Mhm.
high value person. Um,
I
because
don't know. I think society is evolving now to where not just here, but all over the world, where you don't. I think people feel somehow that there's something lacking in them if they don't have a partner, or if they're don't get married or don't have kids or don't
mhm,
or choose to be by themselves, not even like not get married, but just be single and not ever do that, or not ever feel the need to pair up like that. And it's I think society's changing to the point where maybe the pandemic where we're all isolated, I don't know. It's kind of like, well, do I even need that anymore? As in society, do I even have to have a relationship? Is that necessary? Is it something that, we are
mhm,
valuing or even um, pushing anymore? I don't know. It seems to
yeah.
be, you know,
So,
different.
I would love to have somebody, a companion to share,
Mhm,
um, my mind and my body with, I guess.
mhm,
But,
mhm,
again, if it's someone that I don't feel brings, a level of that value where I can be like, "Yes, I'm gonna give you everything if I'm with you because I think
mhm,
you're that valuable person in my life. But if you can't give it to me or treat me
mhm.
the same way as I see myself, then I'd rather be alone. I would
Right.
rather
And what does
be
that partnership
alone."
even look like? Yeah, like our parents, you get married because you're supposed to get married, and you might have like someone that's, you know, uh, I don't want to say good enough, but you have a partnership, you get along, financial reasons, kids reasons, societal reasons, whatever, you enter into that partnership and you stay married and get married, you stay in that for your life. But is that necessarily something like what we're talking about where it's like this is my person and I want to give everything to them and I want them to be, that
Mhm,
special to me. It's not that level of sort of connection or love or whatever you want to call it. It's more a partnership. I think that's kind of going by the wayside because we don't necessarily need it anymore. We don't
mhm,
necessarily need it from financial. We can earn enough money to take care of ourselves. We don't necessarily need it from like having kids. You can have kids on your own now if you want,
mhm,
or not have kids, or you can adopt kids, or you can just whatever. Like, and there's not the societal pressure like, oh, you're an old maid, or what's wrong with you? Why aren't you married? Like, there's still some of that there. I'm not saying it's gone, but
mhm.
I'm saying it's kind of evolving now in society where we can kind of be like, well, if I don't meet that person, like you said, that adds that value, I'm okay with not settling
Right.
for something that I don't necessarily want or need because people say I should.
But does it mean that I won't constantly be looking for that person of value in my life?
No,
No, I'm always gonna because I want that connection. I
right,
want to have somebody who, um, is there to do things
right.
with,
Mhm,
outside of my friendships. So,
right. No, I
but
see that
yeah.
for
But
sure,
yeah,
and I
again,
I agree. But
but,
also,
boys are so icky right now.
I mean, also, I think, like, as we get older, I was like, "God, I really, would really like to have that." Like, that would be really nice. Like,
Mhm,
I think I feel lonelier the older I get because when I'm younger, I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe just too out trying to figure out my shit in my life that I just didn't concentrate on that. So I do feel a little bit lonelier, but at the same time, I've been so independent for so long too that it's kind of like I like going to bed when I wanna go to bed. I like doing what I wanna do when I wanna do it and not have to take someone
Wait,
else's
sorry.
schedule and stuff into
Why can't you go to
consideration.
bed when you wanna go to bed when you're in
Well,
a
I
partnership?
yeah, maybe that's a bad example, but, like,
Yeah.
my sleeping schedule, like, I don't, necessarily have to, when that person's getting up
Well,
or when I'm going to bed, I have that
you have to give
consideration of
consideration for yeah.
right, working for, so you can both sleep and, or whatever, whatever the consideration is about, well, this weekend, oh, we have to go see your parents or, oh, we have to do this or we like
So, you don't wanna be selfless. You wanna be
kind
selfish.
of, I'm still selfish, which is why I don't have kids. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't, for that person, like you said, I would do that. It's not like it's a chore, like, oh God, I don't but sometimes you're so used to doing stuff on your
Mhm,
own. Kind of like, do I
mhm.
really want to go back to having to carve that out of my, I don't know.
Right.
They have to be really, like you said, they'd have to be really special for me to go through that effort.
No, it's
Uh,
like you gotta at some point, you're gonna be like, "Which is the
more,
lesser evil, or which is more needed, that companionship or my freedom?"
I
So
mean, maybe there's a lot of guys who feel the same way and they're just like, okay, let's just be independent but together. Is that a thing?
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
No, there's definitely that.
Like, you keep
Um,
your house, he could just live next door.
oh my gosh, I used to say that to my ex all the time, like, "We're gonna be
Right,
next door
exactly.
neighbors." So
Just be next door neighbors, next door apartments, next door houses, whatever, and you just okay, you go home and then, come over at this time or whatever. Yeah. Can we do that?
but there's nothing wrong with even sharing a home together, you just have your own separate spaces if you what was it?
Mhm.
I Love Lucy, how they had their own beds? Like, go back to that
Dick
if
Van
you
Dyke
want.
Show, yes. My great-grandparents had that. That's, the thing I never understood is they had twin beds in the same room. It wasn't like they had
Hmm,
separate bedrooms with fuller, with
yeah.
a queen size bed or something. They had 2 twins in the same room. I'm like, "So, how did my grandparents happen? Like, did you guys just hook up on a twin bed because that's kinda small, or did you were you using the couch, or, like,
People will make it
what
work
happened?"
wherever you need to, you don't need that much room, Vicky, come on.
I guess so, because,
You don't need
like,
that much
y'all had a
space.
guest room. Like, why didn't
I
you just
mean, to
each
make a
have your
baby,
own
it's you don't need that much space. Now if you wanna have fun, it's a different
That's
story.
true. That's true. Thinking back to my great-grandparents, there probably wasn't a whole lot of fun happening in that bed anyway. It was lie back and think of England, or what do they say?
What?
Have you heard that
What
term?
that means. No.
That was like, you're doing your duty for your country, so you just kinda lay there and
Oh my
not have
gosh. Ugh, that's terrible. Okay.
Oh, God, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I wasn't born before. I can't
Yeah,
imagine
I think that all the
that.
time.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Anyways, going back to I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that,
You're straight?
I like men, and I need to maybe it's me also. Maybe I'm the problem right now. Uh,
Or are you the problem?
it's not the boys are icky, maybe it's Rachel's icky right now. Like,
Oh, I'm sure that's it. I'm sure we'll probably get lots of comments like, to that effect that what's wrong with
because
us,
I've
but whatever.
gotten with age and getting older, I just my patience and my tolerance for things are less. I'm not
Mhm.
as patient anymore. So, and I do want my way and think like I've gotten more stubborn.
Yeah.
So, it might be me. It's me. So,
But I mean, is it
I'm
you
blaming on the whole, sex, but it's me.
what, the fact that you would rather be a lesbian than straight because you're blaming it because
Yeah,
men are
it's
bad
not
or because
it's not that men are like terrible right now. It's me.
right,
I
right,
like, and then if I was dating women, I might be like, ugh, women are terrible. It's me.
right.
I'm going through some stuff. So
It's all about us, Rachel.
I gotta
We're
figure my
messed
shit
up, but
out.
whatever. Yeah. At the end of the day, yes, we are messed up, but whatever.
Yeah.
Who isn't, I guess.
But
Um,
as it is, Pride Month.
Mm.
If you're bi-curious or anything, try it on people. You never know. Maybe you haven't met the right
Yeah,
person.
you should definitely explore. Yeah. How
Hmm.
are you gonna know? If you're at the smorgasbord, how are you gonna know what you like if you don't try a little bit of everything?
Right. I think, yeah, you might be born thinking a certain way,
Mhm.
but as you said, we can expand and explore and see because from birth or whatever, your society tells you how to be. So you might be ingrained with that, like, oh, I have to be straight. I have to be with
Right.
a guy or I have to be with a girl, but you don't know. And so if you're
You don't
feeling like,
realize you have a
hey,
conflict. Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
as you start to get older and you start to think like, well, go for it. Try it out, explore.
Right.
I mean,
Right. Why
if
not?
nothing else, kissing lots of people is fun. So
Right. Just be safe.
I said kissing.
Yeah,
Kissing.
no, I know,
Like,
I know. I just
don't go
the other
don't,
things, just be
don't
safe.
Yeah, that's not what was going through my middle school mind when I was
Right?
what is this
I'm here
show?
to
I don't
remind
know.
you.
I don't know. Yes, Vicky with her PSA right now. Kiss safely.
Yeah, I mean, kissing probably you're just, you're taking a chance, but like, but for the other stuff, you can suit up with your raincoat and be
Oh, yes,
ready
please do.
for.
Please do.
Yes, please
Uh-huh.
suit up. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I'm saying.
We've
Anyway,
done our deed for the day. We're
happy Pride Month. Happy Pride. Fly your flags. Please support your friends.
go
Be
give
an
a
ally.
hug. Yeah.
If you're straight, please look out for your friends.
Um,
Anyway, is that it?
everybody.
Are we done?
Yeah,
I don't know if we
I
know
think
how
we're
to end this.
done. Just
It's been
bye.
one of those
That's how we
days.
end it. Bye.